know, about half the time.
Ahem. I am come. Hello everyone. Welcome back to the Shadow Chronicles, Session 3. This is being streamed on the 16th of July, 2021 at 8:11 p.m. in the MST time zone. If you live in a Canadian time zone, then it will be 11:11 p.m. Despite Iggy's request for me to stop, I said the date this is being streamed at. Per Chris's request, I did the I am come at the beginning of the stream. Per my wanting to be a little more clear as to what time this is being streamed at, I also said the time this is being streamed at, but not too clear to, go down to the seconds. Per BRG's request, I said the time zone this is being streamed in, and per Mega's request, I also said the time zone in Canadian, or the time in Canadian that this is being streamed in. So yeah, you're welcome.
Oh. You're just gonna pile more and more on this.
I mean, as soon as someone suggests something, yeah, if Ian wanted to add something to the intro, I'd probably do it.
Well, so last time we played, guys, you guys ended up actually getting into the wonderful city of, I love the fact that I wrote this down, Silov, ahead of the witch hunter, Dio. At her behest, you...
Isn't it Dio?
Yeah, I said Dio.
You said Dio.
I said Dio.
I heard Dio.
I might have spoke a little. Hush. Both of you, hush.
Okay, you said Dio. Yes, that's right.
Yes, totally. Totally said Dio.
We both believe that you said Dio, yes.
Okay.
100% said Dio.
Mm-hmm. No doubt in my mind.
As it should. I am the DM. I control all pronunciations of all fucking things. Alright. But by the behest of Dayu, you have gone into the town, and specifically in the northern section, and have found a bunch of the marketplaces and interacted and tried to get as much information around town. You guys found out that there was once a cult known as the Hushed Ravens. And more than likely, this cult is still probably around. And you got this through just talking to the locals around town. And you guys hatched a plan. So, how the children have been stolen is they were singled during the weekend. So, you decided to concoct a crazy plan where Meld will disguise herself as a child, and hopefully get caught, and you'll be able to catch the cultists before they can run away. Or as far as I know, that is the plan.
Last I checked, that is the plan.
Why did the music stop?
Because you did something.
It's still going, it's just done. Alright. So. After a night's sleep in the inn, you guys wake up. And I will move the map so you can actually see what is inside there. Boop.
But the trees.
And the guards that I stepped on. who cares about the guards? All right. Oh, there's a storm.
Yep, I can hear it. Hopefully it won't interrupt our game at all.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So here we are. The both of you woke up.
Hey, wow, it was good sleep.
Now we wait for Dayu.
Wonder what Meld's doing right now. Maybe he's still sleeping. Who knows?
Who knows?
I mean, I could just go over and ask her, but who's to say? For what is in the mind of another, you never truly know. They can tell you, but they
I'm
could be
just
lying.
watching Meld wander around.
They could be not telling the truth. Really, there's any number of things that they can say that aren't actually in their mind.
So
It's unconfirmable.
the first person that got into the dining room / common room of the inn, Meld, you see Dayu on the long, sitting down at the larger table. A bunch of the people in here are very uncomfortable and are trying to edge away from her. And just basically keep it a good distance away from her.
Can I do any sort of check?
Sure. Do you want to do an insight?
Yes, I will do insight.
Okay.
10.
The general read of the people are they are super nervous the fact that she is here. You don't know, and you got a feeling that it's more of the occupation than the person. It doesn't help that she does look rather intimidating with the amount of armor she's wearing and then the about 2 or 3 weapons that she's attached to herself, including a couple trinkets that you could tell could be pretty deadly if provoked.
Hmm. I am going to sit down at the table with her.
Okay. As you sit down, the Ganassi whirl comes by again. And goes, "Oh, Meld, would you like something to eat?
I'd be fine with some bread. Thank you.
Bread? Okay, okay. A bread and some water?
That'd be great.
Okay." And she kind of edges away and then runs back this direction. Genezel, are you going to do something or are you just going to stay in your room?
I'm just gonna wax poetically in my own mind.
Okay.
But what if I were to delve deep into somebody else's mind through psychology? How will I ever truly know? There's so much difference between what they say and blah 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 blah.
As he's uh, thinking of philosophy and the concept of diving into minds, Dayu, turns her head towards you. Ah, there you are. Where's your partner?
Probably still in his room.
She nodded. She nods as she kind of nibbles on some food. I see. Well, can you tell me some of the information that you've got and gathered? And I'll tell you what I found on my little adventure itself.
For the most part, give me a moment to actually recall the information and try to say it in character.
Yep, you're good.
For the most part, there was an incident about a year ago that happened with two religious groups. And so there's a theory that it might be one of those religious groups having done something. I also learned of there's some bad drag bad drag bad dragoons in the area that stole a dragon egg from somewhere. They might be involved, but I am not confident about that.
Mm. You kind of, as you're explaining about the religious orders, she kind of frowns deeply. Well, that would add up. So, the thing in the locket, it's stone, as I've told you before.
Yeah.
There's multiple ways of getting it, but generally, it would require you to have gotten it through. The most natural way to go through it is to pick through a area that was affected by a warp storm. Now, the closest place of that is media. And obviously, that would just cause problems in whole different levels. The warp alters, changes, and causes people to go insane. It's actually one of the reasons why I'm in this area. Or, more specifically, I had another reason. I'll explain later.
Okay.
So, I went through the cave. And as you said before, it was clearly not the bandits' intention to steal or kidnap people. So it's not them, obviously. The fact that they have warp stone is concerning. But I took a better look at the amulet. And I was able to track down the maker of said amulet. In a different town, a village actually. Not that nearby. It would be about a few hours opposite of where we left you. Now, it found out that it was purposely made by Storm Eye. Said the creator of the amulet has stated that he mentioned that he found something that needed to be contained. Storm Eye was amongst the people who had to help defend the principality. So he knows how bad and devastating Warpstone is. So it makes sense that he would potentially find a way to have it sealed away. Amongst their stuff was a couple of little other things hidden away in the caves. They were targeting specific groups of people, not just food supplies and ammunition or traders. More than likely, he was using his experience. Stormeye was using his experience as a veteran during the warp storm of media to hunt down anyone that he would think that would be able to do it through magical means. The fact that he's found Warpstone is not a good sign at all. She kind of she leans as she's talking. She kind of just leans against the table, and you can just see her shoulders kind of slump a little. We might have an issue if we don't stop this. If someone could unnaturally create a warp storm, do you know how devastating that could be?
Very.
She nods. It would cause a large catastrophe. Silov is, although small, a fairly decent trading hub. Everyone across the area, especially in this province, does some trading through her. So, if you do a warp storm here, near the highway and the main pottery, my brain, the main uh, thoroughfare of the country, it can cause untold amount of damage. The question becomes if this is just a mock or just a group of cultists that are just amateurs, or if this is one of the bigger cults.
Oh man,
What was the name?
I think I'm actually
Go
gonna walk out here now.
Okay. While you were walking out, Whirl comes by and drops off your food, and quickly tries to scurry back into the kitchen, pauses as she sees Genezel get out of his room, and she ends up hurrying over towards him like, oh, Genezel, sir, is there anything you would like to eat?
Hazel?
Hazel?
Hey, yeah, yes,
sorry.
mate. Yeah, no worries. Oh, no, think I'm good. Thanks for the offer, though.
Oh, thank you. And she nods and hurries back out.
Oh, look. It's you guys.
Hi, Zoe.
Hello, Mel. How's it hanging?
Going okay.
Alright, alright. Sounds like you're having a great time.
Are you? And nods her head. It's like it's good to see that you're here too.
Mm.
Any as I was as I've been telling your companion here. So the bandits obviously are, although bandits, they seem to be more targeting cultists.
Right,
The
right.
question is the level of this cult. Is it a amateur cult that just sprung up, or is it one of the bigger ones?
Hmm. Well,
I would.
it's probably only one way to find out.
Well, if we could find where they're based in the city or the town, then yes.
Yeah. Now, you sure we should be talking about it, like, right here? And I start looking around at all the other people.
You kind of notice like one of the people kind of nervously heading towards the front door, and then as he kind of walks out, he just disappears. Like you barely get to see it, but like it looked like someone grabbed him. She's like, don't
Mm.
worry, he'll be fine.
I'm assuming one of your people were outside.
Yes. Most of these people are fine, and they won't be causing issues. Although most people are nervous with this, they are also rather not have issues appearing in their city or their town.
Yeah, right.
So aside from that, most people who aren't going to be able to really hear us anyways. Too much. She indicates to something that's on her belt that's kind of giving a faint glow. I have my own tricks to make sure things don't get a little too far.
All right.
So, this cult or religious group,
Mm-hmm.
do you know what it was called? That was here a year ago?
It was some. It was. What was the? It was something Ravens.
The
What was
Hushed
it?
Ravens.
Hushed Ravens or something?
Yeah, the Hushed Ravens.
I do know. I do remember that. Nah. We thought we dealt with them, but more than likely they just scattered into the woods.
When'd you deal with them?
I specifically was just part of the hunting group.
Yeah, but when?
About 9 to 10 months ago. We've heard a bit rumors of them surviving after the big confrontation with another Inquisition. So we went through
The Sunfather or something?
the Light
The
Master.
Lightmeister.
Yes, that.
Yes.
I was close.
There. Alright. Mamil, the Light Master, as you would know him. The head of the Pathian of the religion of Ward of Mamil. I found the fucking paper.
Mamel?
Here, I'll spell it. I don't know. I'm pronouncing it more than likely wrong. And no, it's not meme.
The meme.
Or meme.
At least it's not Cafefe.
Yeah. He is.
Memelo, I guess?
Yeah, Memo. Yeah, Memel. And he is the head of the current religion in this area. Specifically, he actually is the head of the religion in the Principality media, or at least the one that most people remember it for. And I believe the Tsardom of Rhodia. Now, there are 7 gods amongst them. Memel is the head of them. Said to be able to forge and use light as a weapon.
And of course, we get the story time music now.
Yeah, I know. It's perfect.
So, like, actual light as a weapon.
Yes.
not like fire, like a candle, right?
No. As an actual light.
Like
The
light.
closest thing it would be like kind of light/lightning, depending on who you're asking.
Oh, alright. It doesn't sound very fun to fight.
No, it's not. Most of the religious groups are most of the clerics and the like from the word of Mamel is very based on light, fire, and lightning. They're really like those type of spells.
Got it.
And now I'm going to turn that down because that was supposed to be down before.
Uh-huh. So basically anything that can do AoE damage. Got it.
I mean, it doesn't do acid damage. There's that. But yeah. Dayu actually is like, well, I am one of the witch hunters of Mamel. The Hushed Ravens were worshippers of one of the supper gods, specifically of the dark supper gods, or supper, one of the two. Specifically, if I remember correct, they were worshippers of Zenech.
You mean Zenich?
Zenich.
I know there's a 40k reference.
Yeah.
Oh, don't tell me you have to. Don't tell me you have to fight Korn now.
No, you're not gonna fight Korn.
Are you sure?
Oh, let me put this in. I don't think your characters will ever fight one of the actual gods.
Okay.
You might meet people or the cultists of said gods. So, but for frame of reference, by the way, yes, those are the chaos gods I'm talking about. That's just like the more extreme versions of them, which is saying something, mind you. But yeah. So Zenith's followers are this cult primarily focused on Zenith, the Changer of Ways. And unfortunately,
if I remember my 40k lore correctly, which I probably don't, Zenich is specifically knowledge, I think. I'm not sure.
knowledge, secrets, and plans, basically, and changing things,
So yeah,
ever changing things.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, you got really close.
I just knew that he was the smart one of them, basically.
Yeah, I would do it. He is the more his thing is about in pursuit of knowledge and just having a knowledge to share at the right moment. And well, as Dayu has stated, she worships one of the gods that is opposed to Zenich and the other four or three.
Is it the Emperor of Mankind?
No. No, MP. I'm sorry.
Sorry, you've invited this.
No, I knew exactly what I was going to get into. It was either going to be Warhammer 40k references or Warhammer Fantasy references.
I know nothing about Warhammer Fantasy. I only know WoG.
Yeah, Fantasy is basically the Chaos Gods are essentially the same, just slightly toned down, kinda. Not really.
Kinda, you say.
Yeah, kinda. One of the things that most people forget that is 40K was originally basically they were making fun of Grimdark when they originally made it.
Hmm.
And so if you look through like first edition or second edition, you'll notice like a lot of they're like, oh yeah, you're killing things with like these things. And you're like, these are really fucking cool. What are they? And it turns out like the Dreadnought that was originally a fucking mech to be used as a forklift. And like the bolter gun was literally used for to bolt things. So you're killing orcs and chaos spawn and the like with like work work machines basically.
Because because they didn't want to build anything new.
And then that's kind of where they started out as a mock thing. So they one of the things that they do is they kind of exaggerated the chaos gods slightly more, for Grimm's sake. And then they at some point they bought into the entire Grimdark thing, so that's why it's so yeah.
Grimdark for Grimdark's sake.
Yep. Now back to the game.
Hey boy.
So like, well, the Husk Ravens were primarily worshippers of Zenith, the Changer of Ways. So naturally, when they started to cause problems, which doesn't take overly long, we confronted them and dealt with them. A few escaped, apparently. More so than I thought. Because I dealt with a thought was the last vestige of them.
But they returned from the dead.
They've returned, although I don't know from the dead.
From the dead.
I hope not.
I mean, be kind of fun to get rid of some undead, but, also kind of a pain in the ass. Because, they're undead. They already
Yes,
died once.
that's the biggest issue is that they're undead, so they're hard to kill.
Mm-hmm. They'll just come back again. How are you going to beat that? You
So,
can't. But anyway,
one of the
go ahead.
You go ahead, Rich. You're good. You got nothing?
It was just going to be well, anyway, what's the plan?
Oh. The thing is, we need to figure out where the cultists are. And we need to find them real quick.
Mm-hmm.
You say that they kidnapped children during the weekend.
Oh, I got all the kidnapping habits if you want them.
Alright.
Let's see, only alone people are kidnapped, mainly children, and only commoners until the heiress recently. Race and gender, don't matter. Saturdays, Sundays, started a few months ago, and, mainly children.
He frowns slightly. Well, that would be the time I had to go off.
Wasn't it a she before?
Who? What, the
Dayu?
Dayu? Yeah, no, I'm using the veteran token for her. Because there isn't really a token for her.
But you just said he.
I said she.
I don't remember what was said.
I meant to say she. So if I did say he, I apologize. She. So she kind of frowns. Well, I would do it. The thing is, we don't know where they would be held in place. The place they originally, original confrontation was destroyed. Now, there are a couple of places I could think of, but to be able to go through and search them, uh, let's just say that the locals will be less than pleased. Now, the thing is, we would need to be able to. We need to be able to at least catch one, potentially.
Mm-hmm.
However, there might be another thing to do. So there is. How much do you know of this area?
Well, I got I got acquainted with the town,
Mm-hmm.
but not so much of the surrounding areas. I know that you can't go to the west because the guards don't want you that way.
Yes, Silov's castle is currently heavily fortified at the moment.
Mm.
Specifically, just to prevent any of the other children to be stolen. The city guard are rather irritated, to say the least, that someone was able to steal the heiress from from the grounds. So they've been keeping it on contact or keeping it on lock and key, and not letting anyone through at all, regardless if you're a local or not.
Since you
There
were
is a
since you were hired, can't you get them to let you pass?
without causing an issue. No, I'm pretty sure you've noticed that. And then her eyes kind of flicker over towards like just in the room. You can see that the couple other patrons are still like studiously trying to ignore her, but they'll keep a wary eye on her. Aren't particularly happy with me to be here.
Hmm.
Unfortunately, witch hunters are very much a sledgehammer of an implement. You don't usually use a witch hunter unless things are going to go horribly wrong.
Well, seems things are already like that here with all the kidnappings.
Yes. So it's partially if I start causing a ruckus. There's also the chance that would uh, tip the hand a little bit more than I'm comfortable with.
Zell technically has a plan,
I
but
mean, it's not technically. It's a great plan.
it's a terrible plan.
It's a great plan.
Terrible.
You just don't want to wear the dress.
I'm wearing a dress, technically speaking.
Hmm. And Genazol eyes you up and down. Yeah.
Still wearing the cloak.
Yeah, you're wearing a dress. Anyway, here's my plan. Alright? We get Mel,
Okay. Mm-hmm.
dress up like a child.
Okay.
Then we have a walk out into
Mm-hmm.
the surrounding area. Alone on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
That meets all the criterias, because, look like a commoner.
Mm-hmm.
And with all those criterias met, there should be a kidnapping. Then we just follow him back.
Or we beat them up.
I mean, it'd be easier if we just, got them when they got back to their place.
There is that.
But I suppose we could, stop them in the act. And then chase them down. Like, hey, what are you doing here? And then they're like, oh crap, and they start running away.
There's that. Yes, that is an issue. Well, it's a bit better than just aimlessly questioning people. Mel, do you have any idea of a different plan?
Unfortunately, nothing better than that.
Hmm.
So? And Genizal puts his hands up like, yeah, right? I mean, this is pretty good plan, right? Right?
Dayu pinches the bridge of her nose and goes,
If we had a shape-shifting spell, that would work better. But we don't.
Unfortunately, neither of us are magic casters.
nope.
Just a bunch of regular old people.
Regular old people who like to punch and stab
Mm-hmm.
and slash.
Got a head clean off.
Yeah.
Or hand.
So, thought process is that would work. Give me a few hours though. I'll need to enchant something.
What do you do?
Just in case if they do indeed kidnap you in the process, we would be able to easily track you down.
Well, today
Okay.
is Friday, I believe, so we got till
Mhm.
tomorrow.
Start tomorrow, yes. There might be. I'll deal with the enchanting. Hmm. Well, I know for a fact that they won't be in the northern section of the town. Where they might be is in the southern section. The northern section of this town is basically the commerce. This is where all the travelers kind of come by, set up shop, and the like. What will happen? Well, in the southern section is where a lot of the villagers live. What I suggest you to do while you're waiting for me is to explore the southern section for a little bit.
Be right back.
Okay,
Alright.
I need to go feed my cats.
that's very important, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. So,
Mm-hmm.
the two of you would it would be very lucrative for you to know the area that you're going to be in.
Right, so that way we can, mess around in the place like it's our own backyard.
Mm-hmm. It's a bit more crowded at the beginning of the southern section, as you will find out soon.
Alright. Gonna
And
go
then
on
as they get,
Gonna go on a little exploration. Gonna see all the trees and plants and boof some of it, probably.
I forget. I have to grab the two of you.
Make sure we're on the next map screen.
Yeah. You want to hear something kind of funny?
Oh, sure.
So, it was kind of like, oh, I put your guys' tokens down from his, and then when I came back earlier this week, I was, how the fuck did they already have their tokens all set up? I completely forgot you guys probably set it up when you first grabbed them.
Want to make sure they're accurate and all.
Yeah. Which I believe they are, so we're good with that front.
Mm-hmm.
And who knows, you might actually chase them.
Ooh. How exciting.
Yeah.
Can't wait to slaughter the innocent.
Yeah, slaughter the innocent.
Capture
Great.
them and find where their hideout is. Because just blatantly killing them wouldn't be very productive. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, totally.
Well, we'll see if that'll do. We're going to find out how well that's gonna go.
Mm-hmm. So I'm not just going to kill Mel's kidnapper. Because that would be dumb.
But would it be in character?
Not quite.
Oh yeah, no, your character isn't stupid per se. Not like guts level stupid.
I'm back.
I just need to make sure I don't fight. Because that happens well.
I am back. Why is Nick saying he can't fight?
Oh, no reason. No reason.
Don't worry about it.
Anyway, ready to go exploring, Mel? Gonna have a lot of fun.
Alright. So north of where you guys are, you're in the northern section. You can just literally get out of the house or out of the inn and then just head south, and you'll be able to get to.
Well, the thing is, if I'm meant to be the bait, wouldn't it be a bad idea to show my face around?
You're likely gonna put on some makeup.
No,
Make yourself look more like a child.
Dayu actually pulls out something, and it's just like a simple brown cloak. Replace this your cloak with this one. This will do for now, and just
I
keep it
swap cloaks.
yeah, and then just keep the hood up, and you should be fine.
Okay. Is
More
this the elven cloak I had in the last game?
no,
Okay.
you don't have a magical cloak yet.
Wow, that's a nice cloak. I didn't even see you anymore. Where'd you go, Mel? Mel? And Genozol starts walking around. Mel? Mel? Mel?
You then inexplicably trip for some reason when you pass Meld.
What the? I think I just tripped over Mel.
And there's a good chance. I call this the Cloak of Discretion.
Hey. Oh, it stopped. Could you see me duplicating as well?
No,
Okay.
No.
that's that. Welcome to Roll20.
As I was moving left, every time I moved left, another copy of my token just appeared.
No,
So it started just shadow cloning.
that is not an ability that you have, sir. Don't use it.
It's not what I have yet. I'm never gonna have
Are
it.
you gonna multi-class into ninja?
Unless I get it from my magic item, I'm not gonna have it. But it's beside the point.
Oh yeah. So the two of you decide. She gets up, Dayu gets up and is like, early in the morning, I'll meet you in here. But do check out the southern section of the town. I'll meet you tomorrow. And she walked off.
Wait. And she's gone.
Well, I mean, if you want to, do you need to talk to her again, or you
No. I,
okay?
I was just feigning for the hilarity.
Okay.
He was pulling a Nick.
That's me. So, you ready to go rumble rousing in the forest?
I suppose.
Hey, let's get going.
The southern section of the town. Right. The two of you leave the inn and then head in the southern section. Welcome to. Oh, did I go to the wrong one? Yes, I did.
That's the eastern section.
That's it. Yeah. There you go, southern section.
Wow, this place is big.
This is a big place. Welcome to South
I have to-
Silov.
I have to zoom out so far.
Mm-hmm.
This is the entirety of South Silov. The northern section of South Silov is where you basically kind of walk down from like where the inn is and you kind of follow the road a little bit and then you find yourself here.
Hmm.
A lot of the places that you're seeing here are housing for the village itself. And varying degrees of housing as well.
So,
Nah. Mm-hmm.
how you want to do this, man?
Split up again, I guess.
Sounds about right. I say
But it's-
we meet back in. Well, do we want to only explore the south today, or do we want to check out the eastern side as well?
I'll just do here today.
All right.
That's good because the eastern side is the not the place you want to go to.
What?
Sounds
Go to
good.
the eastern side.
Complete.
Don't.
I think I just heard a voice in the back of my head say, "Go to the eastern side," and you know, can't deny the voices in my head. You know, so let's get going.
No, you can't because there's nothing there.
What? Go to the eastern side, you say? I guess we're going to the eastern side. Let's say it over there now.
The reason why you can't go to the guards, past the guards, because it's not actually the eastern side. That's the western side.
Okay.
It's because that's where the castle is, and
Yeah.
the castle isn't built.
It's just flipped for some reason.
Yeah.
And we'll head over there next time.
We'll be there at some point.
Yeah.
I just need to build it. I just haven't had time.
All right.
Now you can split around and you can look around.
Let's split up. Make sure you don't look too much like a child, because then come around and grab you a day early, which don't want.
I put the hood up and leave.
Mel, where'd you go?
Yep.
Mel?
Cloak of Discretion has worked again.
Discretion?
Discretion, you mean?
Discretion, yes.
Yeah.
Discretion. But yeah, no, it's Cloak of Discretion. So if you find something that you think is kind of interesting, just tell me. But legitimately, just look around.
All right.
Okay.
Genazal is gonna climb this tree right here.
All right. Make an athletics check.
Oh boy. Let's go.
If you fail this, I'll be very disappointed.
I have a +5, so gonna be easy. Nice.
Yeah, you easily climbed up the tree
Style. Alright.
through your experience. Even though you have a single hand, you were able to climb up easily. You've been doing this a little while.
I've got 2 legs
You
then.
got a lot of practice. Yeah, you got 2 legs. And you
And-
learned quickly how to climb trees and the like with just one hand, anyways.
And I want to look around at the roofs around here.
Okay.
Is there anything on top of them?
Not overtly. Just like this one is like shingles, and like this one would be, I want to say slate.
Okay, just usual roof stuff.
Generally, like, yeah, usual roof stuff.
Okay.
Normal roof stuff.
You did actually catch like 2 people that are on top of like this roof, but it looks like they're just after kind of watching them a little bit, you realize that they're just repairing the roof.
Does this tree branch move close enough to the roof for me to be able to talk to them easily?
Yeah, you could easily do that.
Alright. Gonna just do that then. Walk out to the edge of the tree branch and go, hey, how's it going? And put a big old goofy smile on my face.
What? Oh, like the person behind that you were talking to, like in the back of, turns around, rolls around, goes, oh, don't scare me like that. Oh, okay.
Oh.
Hi.
Apologies. Didn't mean to scare you.
Sorry, it's just gotta get this done, and I was super focused.
Just
How
wondering.
can I help you?
Just wondering what you're doing.
It's just repairing the roof. Got a bit of damage a couple weeks ago, and I've just been meaning to do so.
Well, how good a job does it look like they're doing? Like, are they patching it up real well, or is it like a shoddy job?
They're actually pretty competent. This isn't. It looks like this isn't like a something. It looks like something they've done a fair few times.
Well. Looks like you're doing all right.
Oh, thank you.
I guess you don't need my help then.
That's that. Thank you for offering, but yes, I don't particularly need help.
All right. You think one of these roofs would be able to withstand someone, standing on top or in the top, jumping and whatnot?
Yeah, frowns slightly. Well, I don't know if it would withstand a lot of rough work.
All
Or
right.
do you think you have someone that's just gonna just jump out of somewhere and just slam into it?
All right. Let's say a person my size, right,
Okay.
and my weight wants to go roof running, jumping atop from roof to roof, having a grand old time. Do you think the roofs would be able to withstand that? Now, of course, this is all just hypothetical.
Hypothetically, I wouldn't really try.
But the roof, since, you're a roof person of some sort, you'd be able to tell that most of the roofs here would be able to withstand that, right?
I can tell you, depending on the roof, yes. These, he pats the one that you're on, more than likely would be able to.
Mm-hmm.
The shingled ones, well, at least the newer looking ones would probably be able to withstand it.
All right.
Anything other than that, and that's you're risking it. I mean, you'd just be risking it running on the roofs, mind you.
but you're saying it's possible.
Oh, most certainly. I just wouldn't recommend it, especially if you're trying to go from, say, like this roof to, and he just kind of points over to this one.
Yes, this hypothetical person.
Right here, he points to this one. That one, that's a bit far.
I mean, this hypothetical person would likely be going in between the trees and such.
Hypothetically, yes. Well, depends on the tree. The bigger trees, yes, you can hop around about on those, but the smaller trees, not so much.
What kind of house is this?
I'll actually show you.
Ooh.
I don't remember. It is a storage house.
House of the storage.
Okay. I would assume that most of these single tile ones are gonna be storage as well. Then, that a fair assumption to make, or no?
Yeah, it's pretty much.
Okay.
Like the smaller ones, like this one and like this one, are storage as well. So is this one. Some of the, and you can tell like it's like, well, this specific building is my storage from
But like
for my
something like
family over there.
this and this would be a house, though, right?
Yeah, this would be a house. This would be a house.
Okay.
That's a house. Like the bigger buildings are actual houses,
Okay.
and then there's a few like smaller houses nearby. Oops, not what I want. Oop, oop. Gonna move you. Thank you. Like this section of the place has a bunch of houses.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for your time, gentlemen. I'll be off.
Have a good day.
You too.
Be careful though.
Walks away. Just jumps out of the tree to the ground and starts walking away.
They haven't really met one of your elven kind
Mm-hmm.
before, so that was a surprise to them.
Just an ashen elf coming out of nowhere from a tree. Hey, here's a
Yeah,
guy.
just like they're like They heard of Ashen Elves, but they've never seen one, and they usually remember them for what their culture is really well known for. So the fact that an Ashen Elf is just like, "Hey, how are you?" Is a surprise to them, basically.
Yeah.
While that's happening, Meld, is there anything you're gonna do?
I'm going to walk down here where these trees are.
Okay.
Anything here? Perception check or whatever?
This place looks like a. So the northern section of this place looks like this is like where like a lot of the city or the towns people would be, and like this section is just like the slow expansion of like as the town grew, they just started going north, more south. Although they seem to be avoiding the most southern spot, except for one or two houses. If you want to do a perception check to see if there's anything like hidden or what have you in this specific area you are, go ahead.
Wait, wouldn't it be investigation?
Or investigation. Is there anything specifically you're looking for?
At 20.
Yeah, I know. Is there anything you specifically looking for though?
Not exactly. But I rolled a 20, so that's probably good.
So what you know about
My first non-combat roll that's high.
yeah, I know, and it's about like as vague as fucking possible.
I'm combating nature. I'm combating I'm combating the mysteries of the world themselves.
So as you kind of get into this little section of the area, it's kind of obvious that this place is like they just kind of let nature takes its course and build around it. They haven't really took out the trees in the area, and the people that you do see on along this place just kind of like the pathways are very like just to move away, just kind of snakes around it, where the northern section was more planned out. And a bit more spaced out over here. And you can tell that this place would be a little bit more tricky if, say, you have to chase someone in this area. They can go quite a few different ways.
Hmm.
Other than that, it's really
Plain.
it's relatively plain. A bunch of just common people wandering about, doing their things. They're heading up north to the commerce section.
How tall are these trees here?
About 10, 12 feet.
Okay, so they're not tall trees. They're all just short trees.
Are well, okay, I lied, but like the smaller ones would be around 10 feet, and then like the bigger ones about 15, 20, 30 maybe. If a particularly a big one.
I want to climb a 30-foot tree.
Choose one of the big trees, sir.
Let's go with this one.
Okay. Athletics, sir.
You got it. And
Not bad.
thankfully I have a +4.
Thankfully you have a +4, because the DC was fucking 10. So you got up, and although you struggled very slightly, you were able to climb up top of the tree, and you found yourself as close as possible to the top, to the point where you can get a good glimpse of things around. Is there anything you want to do? Are you looking for specifically, or you just want to see the lay of the land?
Perception check.
Okay.
Since I can't really investigate anything from up here.
Mm-hmm.
11.
Okay. So, perception check. You could tell like these houses, like this house is like 10 feet up. Like the roof is around 10 feet up. Same like
Okay.
with this one and what have you. I don't know if you would be able to. Well, you might be able to hop about if necessary. But is there anything specifically you're kind of just looking for, or is this a general check?
Just general checking.
Okay.
I'm gonna climb down from the tree and continue looking south.
Okay. You kind of notice something as you go southward, a bit more southward. Like the people that are further down south are a little like nervous and jittery as you get further and further southwards. And there's this just odd, haunting feeling coming from the southern section,
Where all the trees are?
where all the trees are, like here, here, and the like.
I will investigate a bit closer.
Okay. Well, you can roll for that. I'm gonna go back to Genezel real quick and see if he is going to do something else.
I'm going to walk over to this building right here. I assume the door is right here, right?
You want to get in?
I'm gonna knock.
All right. Really? Let's see.
Hello? Anyone there?
Oh, hi. As the door open, awkward-looking dwarf peeks out. It's like, oh, can I help you?
Yeah. I was just coming around in the tree and whatnot, and I noticed
Mm.
that your roof was in a bit of need of a touch up, so to speak.
Deception check.
That is just a flat. All right. Boom. Yeah.
Well, shit. Okay. And he's like, well, that's good to hear. I've been with the storm a couple of weeks ago, and been needing to get it double checked, but yeah,
Yeah.
gestures to himself. I'm a bit too heavy. If you catch my drift.
Hmm.
Enough like you might be able to
No,
wander
sorry.
about.
I'm not much of a roofer myself. I was just, being a good Samaritan, letting you know.
Ah, uh, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Would you know any roofers, by the way?
there's some, and I point to the, like, right there, like, around the corner. There's some
Ah,
roofers working over there. Seemed like they were doing a pretty bang up job, so
I'll have
probably
to
ask them.
double check with them.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, have a good day.
You too.
And he takes the door and closes it in front of you, and you can just hear him like walk back.
Mm-hmm.
Is that all you did?
Yep.
Okay. Right. Perception check. DC 14. Or is that investigation?
Investigation.
Alright, investigation. There's like as you get closer and closer to like the southern section of the forest. Or like not the forest, but like the southern section. Uh and what looks like a start of a forest. You can definitely feel something's off about the forest, the area.
Let me just check something.
Yeah.
Let's see. Does it have anything to do with dragons?
No. Unfortunately not.
I'll make use of my draconic knowledge at some point.
You can, in fact, make use of your draconic knowledge at some point. Don't worry, I'll make sure. But you can tell that something is really off about this area. And if you want to make a general intelligence check, just the base intelligence check.
Okay, so just a +1. Okay, I got it. Oh wait,
Yep.
check, not save. Yeah, +1.
Yep.
20.
Okay. You were able to infer the fact that this is probably why Dayu was heading towards this town. Like this oddness of this forest, or like pretty much what looks like the forest, like a haunted forest in front of you, is probably the reason why she's here. You don't know what way that's gonna go and the direction that would take you, but there's a good chance that the place is not a friendly place, especially as you kind of walk by people and they kind of mutter about like the old hunting grounds. and of a particular family known as the, what was it? Of the Barvoria family.
The Darvoya?
Barovia, sorry. I had to double check. Barovia. So yeah. B is in boy.
Barovia.
Yeah, Barovia, not Darovia.
Okay. I'm gonna go back north.
Alright.
And I'm gonna talk to my most reliant source of information.
Oh? And who?
Mr. Halfling Merchant Man.
Mr. Halfling the Merchant Man? Okay, as you're gonna go head over towards there. Ginnazel, what are you doing?
Well, now that I've successfully duped this person into thinking their roof needs to be fixed,
Alright.
I'm just gonna wait around the corner.
Okay. Well,
For them
after
to leave, yeah.
as you wait for a few, it took him about a couple 10-15 minutes, so he heads off and starts heading towards where you talked to the roofers before. And so he left.
Alright, I am going to slip into his home and hope that there's nobody else inside.
Oh my god. Okay. Any specific reason why you want to do this, sir?
I am looking for gold to be able to get my new hand faster.
Alright. So you head in.
Mm-hmm. Alright.
Do a perception check.
I
Do a
will...
couple perception checks.
how many you want?
20.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Alright, not bad, not terrible. I think it's a little under average, I guess.
Not
18.
overtly super bad.
I think the 18's pretty good.
You were so in the like the front slash what you could tell is like the dining hall. You didn't really find anything like money wise or the like in this specific area. So you quickly moved over to down the hallway, and you have a choice of 3 rooms. Which ones do you want to go to first?
I'm gonna go to the top one first.
The top one, you were able to find roll 44. All right. You were able to find kind of stashed away in like on a desk, like this desk basically. You were able to find 12 pieces of silver. Not a lot. You can tell that this is, although clearly a like family lives, a decent sized family lives here.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like they basically don't leave money around for easy pickings.
Yeah.
And you don't have a lot of time still, by the way.
Mm-hmm. Is there anything else of note, like potions or such, in this room, or no?
No.
Okay.
And you will need to, you will have to be leaving after basically quickly glancing around in the other 2 rooms.
Say again?
So you will be able to, you have to basically glance around in the 2 rooms and try to take something and leave some way.
Um, think I'm just gonna dip after getting the 12 silver.
Okay.
I don't want to. It's not too far a walk from like here to here, so I don't want to waste too much time.
Okay. So there's 2 exits. The
Mhm.
one that you went through, basically.
That's the
And
one he came out of as well, right?
yeah, that's the one he came out of. And then there's
But
another one over here.
the sight line.
Yeah.
I think it's been short enough time where I can just walk out this way and be fine.
Okay.
And just walk downwards.
All right. Make a DC 10 deception check.
Deception?
Yes. I'll explain it. All right. So as you kind of walk over this southwards, the dwarf walks back and whistling, jostling to himself as he goes over there. He notices that you are walking away into like the more forested area, and he just gives you a nice little wave, and you just wave back.
Mm-hmm. Nothing suspicious going on here.
And nothing suspicious going around here. It didn't look like you just booked out of his house at all.
Mm-hmm.
It looked like you that you went like this direction for a little bit to go look around, and then just ended up deciding to go south. It was just to make sure that he didn't like notice the fact that you left his house.
Yeah.
I didn't want to do a stealth check because you weren't really trying to be stealthy. You're just trying to not be there when he gets there.
Mm-hmm. All right.
All right.
And I'll be right back.
All right. Well, that's happening.
Yes, while that is happening, I go to meet my my halfling friend.
All right. Take your token, sir. I go to your halfling friend.
What time in the day is it?
I would say it's like noonish.
Maybe he won't be too busy.
They shouldn't be super busy.
Granted, these are all the same tokens that were in there yesterday.
Well, yeah, because I didn't bother changing.
Time to remove the roof.
Saw a couple of people that you already saw before, kind of eyeing things, and the halfling merchant is like, oh, hello, Mild. How can I help you?
Hey, how are you doing today?
I'm doing splendid. Anything? It's just been aside from the stress of everything, it's been pretty decent of a day.
Where in the store is he right now? And where's like everyone else in it?
All right, so he's currently actually right here, and he kind of moved up towards you. The rest of everyone else is just kind of wandering about. You can hear that there's someone else in the back, but that's not him.
Okay.
Back.
I'm going to whisper to him, what can you tell me about the Barovia family?
His eyes, his eyebrows narrow slightly. He goes, and over here, please. And he'd indicates he'd come back to where he had, took a nice little talk before.
Mhm.
Oh, the Barovia family was one of the richer, was one of the other rich families here. The Barovias and the Windrose families basically funded the city, or the town, and set up their own trading and the like. So they were fairly rich. They they own their house is just past the hunting grounds or their hunting grounds, and it's a bit of a large little house, a large house.
Are they still around?
Not particularly. See, with the hushed ravens, like the little incident with them, oh, most of the family died during that. And anyone else either left or just disappeared. The problem is like the house. Rumor has it it's been haunted. In fact, I was the one that asked for the witch hunters to double check to make sure everything's okay.
I definitely got a bad feeling from the forest down there.
Yeah, it's best to stay away from it if you can, unless you absolutely need to go through. The creatures there are unnaturally fierce and very territorial. From what you would consider regular predators to just deer themselves would seek to gore people.
Do you know anything else about the old hunting grounds?
Besides that, the creatures are dangerous. It's a bit of a foggy place. It's not overtly huge, but it's a fairly decent size area, and then there is about no, it started out with like one, but there's about 3 or 4 different entrances, especially nearby. Although I think one of those collapsed recently, or it got overgrown, to be more precise.
Another question.
Yes.
Do the kids that went missing, did
Yeah.
they hang out around there at all?
Well,
You said that because you said before that they typically disappear alone and when no one else is looking.
mm-hmm.
And that seems like the kind of place kids would like to go.
As like would-be adventurers and the like would just go to the haunted place.
Yeah.
Uh, hmm. I could see that, yes. That would be a thing. Especially, I kind of pauses for a second. That would be a good place. Especially if you wanted to be alone or we're going to meet people or we're dared. You know, children, they like to prove how courageous they are. Do you think that is where they're being taken?
I think it's a high chance. Just trying to get as much info as I can.
That could be a thing. Oh. Hmm. The thing is, the house, the family's house has been abandoned. Aside from like the forest, well, most people can't really get to the house because they have to go through the forest, and that's a bit more dangerous than usual. We usually have to send a few guards and to clear an area just so that they don't get uh, a very angry customers, very angry animals prowling through through the town. But they haven't really got far enough into it where they can double check the house. Do you think it would be over there?
I think it's I think it's a very high possibility.
Hmm. That is a good possibility.
I'm gonna go back to gathering information. Thanks for what you've given me.
Oh, no worries. Before I forget, I do have to tell you that the family Barovias was uh having a bit of a fight with the Wind Roses. Specifically because they were starting to have issues with being able to, how do I put this? The issue was that they were kept on being demanded to give and give and give, and they felt like they were being pressured and taken advantage of. So they started having issues with the ward of Mamil, or at least the religion.
Got it. Thanks.
Oh,
See you later.
so you have a wonderful day.
And I leave.
All right, you go back into the southern section.
Yep.
Okay,
I have gained friendship points.
you do have some friendship points. Yep.
Is Nick not back yet?
No, I'm here.
Nope.
Okay.
What? I'm right here. Hello?
He's right
No.
now.
Can you hear
But
me?
yeah. Uh huh.
Am I?
Yeah. You
Hello?
can you hear me?
Hello?
Hello. Hello?
Hello?
Hey,
Hi.
Hi.
can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right,
We
cool.
were able to hear you before.
But you were making a funny. I see.
No, you were being dumb.
You can't fool me. I see through your pernicious lies and deceit.
All right. So we're how long you been back, by the way?
Uh, minutes?
A couple minutes. All right. So I will let Meld explain to Genozil what's been happening.
I mean, once we get back, anyway.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Is there anything you want to do, Janitel?
I would like to climb this tree.
The tree that you're the tree that you're nearby. Yes. Okay. All right. You climb up the 30-foot tall tree.
Oh, no roll.
Oh yeah. Do athletics check. Barely made it.
And I
But
want
he
to
made
see
it.
if any of the roofs here are damaged.
Overall, not really.
Are you
Well,
really?
aside from the southern one.
Are you really gonna try to rob everyone?
No.
Aside like from the southern one where you are, most of them look pretty good.
Okay. How many people are just milling about, walking around and such?
In this little area, not as much as over in the northern section. But there are, you can tell that they're a bit nervous being in this section. But other than that,
Is
it
there
looks like
is there anyone walking alone right now?
no.
Okay.
Not gonna be that easy to mug someone.
I mean, I wasn't trying to mug per se. I'm gonna wait here for like 10 minutes and see if anyone starts walking alone.
Perception check.
19.
Damn. All right. So you would like most of the people are usually kind of together, and especially like the children are near almost always near each other or near a parental what looks like a parental figure. Occasionally, you'll see like an older person, like a young adult or an adult, split off. Very like either very briefly or on a except for like one dwarven, well not dwarven, dragonborn gentleman, rather tall and like well muscled guy, kind of just kind of has split off from a couple of what looks like his friends, and there is kind of leisurely making his way northwest from where you are.
Okay. I would like to follow that one.
Okay. Are you gonna try to be stealthy?
Yeah.
Okay, stealth check. Yep. You were able to use the trees and like buildings to, although not an expert of stealth, you're able to hide yourself from him, so you can just follow him about.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to see what's on him, or are you just trying to follow him and see
I'm
what's he?
just trying to follow him, see where he goes.
Okay. So he's starting at his here. I'm gonna pull out a commoner so you can just see.
Mm-hmm.
Boo, 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 boo. So they're heading this way.
Yeah, just follow behind.
Alright.
Da, 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 da.
Make a perception check. God damn.
Why are you rolling so good?
So you know that he started to head eastward. You saw him like turn around, like look around a little second, and then determined to go east.
Do I see him pop out this side?
Yes, you just briefly like you see him go eastward, and then you were able to catch him go all the way over to here.
Okay. I'm just gonna maintain a safe distance and mirror him, basically.
Okay. Oh, he's gonna get over here and make a stealth check with advantage.
Wow.
Wow.
It caught up to me.
You played with fire too much.
Ah.
I knew that critical failure was gonna happen.
Well, that's only a 3. Because advantage.
Yeah. So he's kind of inspecting a tree, and he kind of hears someone kind of thumping on like a. I gotta now look at that. I don't remember what that one was. Yeah. Okay. Thumping at one of the smaller houses nearby, and he's like, "What the hell is that?" And she like turns around, and he just briefly sees a glimpse of someone, and he can tell it was an elf of some kind, peeking behind the small little house.
Yeah, I'm gonna just run away.
Wait, what? The hell? Make a stealth check.
3 in a row. Let's go.
So he starts chasing you, and as he like heads this way, he just completely loses track of you and goes, "What the hell was that?" I was just curious what the. Okay, whatever.
Is this storage room unlocked?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna hide in there for a bit.
Okay. And it's like a freaking weird person, and he's kind of heading this way, up north. Where the heck did that weirdo go? Oh, okay, I'll just head off my fucking way. Grumble, grumble. As he like comes this way, comes down. He like like just, oh, excuse me, ma'am. As he walks by Meld. Where the hell did that weird elf go?
I immediately know who it was.
Yeah, something I should ask. How many ashen elves have we seen around here?
Not a lot.
Only
Yeah. It's
Anyway,
starting to dawn on me that maybe I'm not so inconspicuous as I might think.
Your character is so used to being one of the many in his homeland, it hasn't really dawned on him that Ashen Elves, although they travel a fair distance, there's not a lot in this specific little area. There might be quite a few more in more of the Elven dominant area, nation in this area, but not this one.
Do I see anything of note in here?
Do a perception check.
12.
It's just general supplies. Eric can actually pull it up and show you. Oh, nope. That's a house. It looks like it was a former house. You can tell, but it's you can tell that like they've converted one of their smaller houses into a storage bay, and it just has a bunch of like sacks of grain and piles of like rope and wood,
Okay.
and probably a couple barrels of like tar. All right. Anything else?
After a good few minutes, I'll just walk out and head back north.
All right. Meld, what are you gonna do?
Hang on, let me just quickly check something.
Time to get out of here.
Let's see.
Before I forget, I'll make another one that I should have asked this earlier.
Stealth?
Perception. Okay,
Never mind.
don't worry about it.
You say that.
I do say that, yeah. And then, so Meld, whenever
Yeah.
you're ready.
Okay. I'm thinking of what to do. I'm probably just gonna go back to the inn.
Yeah, just head over to the end.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Guys, is there anything you're gonna do?
No, I'll just head back as well.
Alright. The two of you, after like scouting about the area, and one of you taking a bit of the liberties of people's money, head off back to the inn.
Mm-hmm.
I was just looking at the alchemist supplies again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it requires, in order to go foraging, I have to
Yeah.
spend money to go foraging.
Mm-hmm.
Or rather, it says specifically to collect raw materials, which weigh 1 pound for every 50 gold spent. Not sure if that technically means foraging for stuff or not. What would you say?
So 1 pound of those 50 gold per pound of.
Let me just grab the thing and paste it.
Yep.
I know before we had a sheet for like herbalism. It should be in the pins if I remember correctly. Herbalism and alchemy homebrew. Yeah, it's in the pins.
Mm-hmm.
It says specifically to collect raw materials. It doesn't say anything about buying them or foraging for them.
Mm-hmm. Put 2 glasses of bakers, a metal frame held on blah blah blah. Create a puff of thick smoke. Identify a poison, identify a substance, start a fire, and neutralize acid. When you inspect an area for clues, proficiency of the alchemist applies its additional insight onto the chemicals or other substances. Yeah, no, it's not good. Use this tool to proficiency to create alchemical items. A character can spend money to collect new materials, which weigh 1 pound per every 50 gold spent. The DM allows the character to make a check using the indicated skill with advantage. As part of his long rest, you can use alchemist supplies to make one dose of acid, alchemist fire, antitoxin, oil, perfume, or soap. Okay, so yeah, no. Basically, you have to have basically a pound of 1 pound of every 50 gold. So basically, you just have a pound of just materials that you use to make stuff.
Well, it technically says 1 pound is every 50 gold spent.
Yeah.
So what's 1 gold worth of stuff? What is 50? What is 1/50th of a pound?
I mean, that's not super hard to find out.
Subtract half the value of the created item from the total GP worth of raw materials you are carrying. How much is soap worth?
Oh.
Soap equipment. 2 copper pieces.
Yeah, so 2 copper pieces.
No, it would be 1 copper piece of
Or,
material.
yeah.
Literally, the only description is a commodity used for bathing.
Yep.
And let's see, alchemist fire.
0.02 pounds, by the way, is at 1/50th.
Hmm.
Alright.
Let's see, alchemist fire is worth 20 GP. And it weighs 1 pound. Interesting. Oh wait, no. In 5th edition, it's 50 gold pieces.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking at 3rd edition there.
Yeah.
Wait, how exactly do they... Okay, that is a lot of gold you have to spend to get the materials.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's why someone made that herbalism homebrew.
Yeah. It's supposed to be, usually crafting is used as a gold sink.
Maybe look at that herbalism thing for later.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just gonna do nothing right now.
Alright, so you guys head back to the inn?
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. As the two of you enter the inn, do you guys go to, like, one of you guys' room to discuss what you learned?
Hey, Mel, you should probably go back to my room. Or, you know. And I raise my eyebrows up and down.
I'm just gonna go back to my room. I'm just gonna go back to my room and wait for Dayu to come back.
Alright, and
Alright.
I follow.
No, my door is closed to you.
Well, Mel, we need to talk, don't we? Mel? 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 Mel?
She's gonna be at your door.
Hey,
Like, Mel.
I take
Mel.
out a piece of paper.
Question, which way does this door open?
In or out?
It should be out.
I bonk Zell, and then I close the door again.
Mel? I take out a piece of paper, write something on it, and slip it under the door.
I read it. What does it say? I throw away the paper. And I just go lay on my bed.
What does the paper say?
It says Mel.
Oh, Mel.
Mhm.
God damn it.
I shrug and then go back to my room.
I'm setting it up so you guys can fucking talk about like the fucking information you gathered, and you're like, yeah, nope, fuck that.
I mean, Mel doesn't want to talk. What am I gonna do?
Oh, that's not your fault.
It's no one's fault. It's just the characters acting as they should.
It's your fault for making your character like this.
It's your fault for making your character react like that, huh? Ever think about that? Mel?
Because you're.
Huh? Mel? Huh?
Anyway, time skip.
Yeah.
Well, in that case, let's take a break then.
All right.
We'll be back in 10.
Wow, what a dick. He muted me on Discord. What an absolute unmitigatable ass. Or what's the... Nah, I can't. Yeah, that's what they say. Anyway, intermission.
Hello, it is time.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, hello.
Hello, hello, hello,
You
hello.
gonna mute me again? Oh, you gonna mute me again? Oh,
What are you talking about?
oh, what? You gonna mute me again? Oh, oh, oh,
I don't know what you're talking about.
oh, oh.
You.
Yes, I am Gavin.
Do you have an idea what he's talking about?
Nope.
Your lies and deceit will only come back to bite you in the end.
It would help if we knew what you were talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Ian muted me on Discord. As in
I
server
didn't.
muted, so that way you couldn't hear me either.
I didn't.
You did.
Was this during the break?
It was as we were going into the break.
No.
But what Ian should know is that a samurai knows them. Never mind. Stupid.
You are certainly someone.
Anyway, we go back to our rooms.
Yep. Go to sleeps.
Actually, when it gets to night, kind of walk
Yeah.
out and just sit on this rock here.
Yeah. Anything you're specifically doing?
No, just want to watch as people pass by.
Not a lot of people pass by
Right.
because there's not a lot of, aside from guards. You see a bunch of guys just pass by and eye you, and just will just come by more frequently because there's some weird elf on a rock
All right,
outside of the inn.
I'm just gonna trance on this rock here.
Okay. So after a little bit of time, you trance, and just kind of after about 4 hours, you're done. You're well rested.
All right, I'll just keep watching. Well,
Alright. By this time,
is it about sunrise?
just before.
All right, I want to head back south then.
Okay. Gonna head south.
We're gonna ruin the plan.
And it'll be fine, don't worry.
Actually, no, I'm just gonna bring the both of you. Just so that he can watch us do stuff. Alright. So, find wherever the fuck you went.
I'm just at the top up here right now.
Alright.
Just gonna boop 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 boop.
Okay.
And I'll climb this tree here
Okay.
and keep a lookout.
Athletics check.
Did it again.
Yes, you did.
Why do you keep doing that?
Don't know.
Okay. So, there you go. You're up top of the tree.
Mm-hmm.
A question, do you have dark vision?
As an elf?
I believe so.
Yes. I totally do. Yes.
Actually, does your sub race have dark vision?
Yeah, all elves have dark vision.
Yeah, I was gonna
I'm-
say I don't know if they decided to change it or anything with the subrose.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
And then I'll just keep watch for any suspicious happenings.
Your
And-
suspicious happenings.
I mean, aside
More
from me.
suspicious. Yeah, aside from him. Okay. Make a perception check. Without screwing up the roll.
Had to double check.
You kind of look around, you didn't really see a lot of. You see a couple people kind of leaving the room as the sun starts to rise. You just see just general people kind of milling about, but you've also noticed that the further south you went, like the people that are like leaving the households look more tired and weary and more tense than anything. But no really suspicious people.
All right.
You might have thought you saw something, but it was like in the very corner of your eye, and you weren't able to see it.
Okay. Are there any rocks like on the ground?
Fair few. I didn't put them down because I was rushing this at near the end.
No,
Sorry.
like hand-sized rocks. I wanna
Yeah.
I
Sure.
wanna throw one from a distant. Well, first off, is anyone around right now?
A few people, about 2, 3,
Okay.
and they look like they're kind of trudging their way themselves up north.
Are there any nuts in this tree? Or like fruits, vegetables?
Survival check.
All right.
Or actually,
Nature check.
yes, there are, but survival check to see if you can pick them.
All right.
And if you fuck that up, how do you fuck it up?
It's
You were
just
saying
it's just an apple.
it's not even an
Oh,
apple.
I reach out to pick it. Ah, splat.
It kind of, you kind of like
You fall out
reach
of the
out to
tree
grab
and
it,
die.
and as you're grabbing it, go to grab it, you realize you didn't really have a firm grip, and it just tore off of the tree and just fell to the ground.
Hmm.
You can go pick it up if you want to, but you have to climb back down.
Yeah, I'll go pick it up and then uh start heading back north.
Okay. Got a snack?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Just head
As you
back
head-
to the inn.
As you head north, make one more perception check.
All right.
There we go. As you were heading north, you caught someone like surreptitiously leaving the southern section, like in what what you've heard a few people talk about as the hunting grounds. Uh,
From where?
from the very south portion of the map.
Like through like one of these openings here?
More along roughly around here.
Okay.
What happened was, he's like looking around. He's like that weird, like that elf. Where the heck did he go? I hope he didn't catch me. He didn't, basically, and he kind of like meanders his way out, and you caught him starting to walk into the town,
All right.
and you were able to tell that he looks like a generally almost, aside from the way he kind of like crept out of the out of the trees, and like brushing off some of the branches that cling to him. He looks like just a nice, gentle, older human.
Would I recognize him if I saw him again?
Yes. You were able to catch a good look at him as you walk by.
Okay.
And he didn't catch the fact that you were eyeing him. So you're safe.
I'm still gonna go back to the inn.
Yeah. There we go. Bring your guy over back to where Meld is. There we go. We're going to have a fantabulous time.
Uh-huh.
Boop. 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 Those poor trees, they get abused.
Yeah, it's
Alright.
all Nick's fault.
What?
The tree's getting abused is your fault.
Oh no, it's the inn's roof's fault.
But it's Nick who keeps on changing the scene. So you're just constantly crushing them again and again.
You know what? Fuck them trees.
You're not a tree-hugging elf.
Nah.
That's for the tree huggers. You're an ash elf. You
Yeah.
burn trees.
Yeah, that's right. I'll cut down that tree and take out the stump. Make sure it can't continue its lineage. Fuck trees. Yow! Anyway, I'm going to take a piece of paper out.
Yep.
Taken from a tree, of course.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, it could be made of papyrus.
I'll write something down on it and slide it under the door and then just head back to my room.
I open the door just as he puts it under my door.
Hey, there you are.
No, you get hit by the door.
Oh, okay. Ow. Yeah, that's not very nice.
You're the one who was standing in front of my door for some reason.
I mean, I was going to give you another note since you didn't want to talk to me. I thought, be the only way you respond.
Where's Dayu?
Seemingly not here yet. But I did make an interesting discovery.
No. As you, oh, wrong thing. Oh, thank God. They went to the wrong one. Boop, 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 boop. As you guys,
Oh, look, there's Dayu, right on time.
start discussing and going into the thing, you see her come in. Ah, there you are. Good timing. Now for this odd plan of yours. She pulls out like pulled out two things. One is like a small intricate bracelet, and it hands it to you along with a small necklace. Meld.
Fine you. Okay, so I get a necklace and a bracelet.
Yep. These have tracking enchantments on them, just in case if there is an issue. The bracelet's a little bit more flashy than the necklace, but the hope is if he does try to look for tracking enchantments or spells, that the one he'll find is the bracelet one.
Okay.
Alright, I think I have a mark, by the way. I went down south to, just look around, see if anybody suspicious was doing suspicious things in the night. And I saw someone come back and seemingly, I don't think they saw me eyeing them up, but they seemed pretty suspicious, if you ask me. So,
She frowned slightly. Can you give a description?
oh, sure. And then I relay the description.
It's an older male human
Mm-hmm.
that has like the start of some graying hair, and it looks almost like you would consider just kind of like a general friendly like appearance. Or did you say he was coming out of the hunting grounds, correct?
Yeah, down south.
What made him so suspicious?
He had a certain air about him, you know? Sometimes you meet somebody and you just immediately know, man, this guy's a wanker.
Hmm.
Hey,
I understand that. Yes.
mm-hmm. And I give a side eye to Mel.
This is gonna be a thing, isn't it?
Probably.
The two of you are just going to cause each other problems.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I figured. As long as it doesn't devolve into trying to kill each other.
No, that's the very end. After we've defeated the mad wizard or whatever and are now vying for his power.
And then I have to defeat you, keep you from turning to the dark side.
I don't know if
Yeah.
you know. I'm already there, baby.
That's how they're trying to keep him from turning to the dark side. It's from his jumping ship of what dark side he's going for.
You know, I'm a pretty
You're-
dark guy.
You're a bad guy, but you're not a bad guy.
Yeah, you know.
Yet.
I don't like, you know, I don't kill indiscriminately. I'm just a little evil, you know. I'm
You
not
do
like
kill. You do. Well, would you say he kills indiscriminately?
No. And the only reason is because he only kills when he is when he's challenged.
basically.
The problem with that is that to be considered challenging is to brandish a weapon and attack him.
Yeah, just don't attack
mean-
me and you'll be fine.
I mean, technically, he's attacked people first and killed them.
I mean, yeah, but you know, they were bandits, so it's justified.
I didn't kill the bandits.
Yeah, it's because you're weak. You don't have the resolve to follow through with it.
Nick, what's your character's health?
Well, you can see it, can't you? Or is it just the bar that you see?
I don't
should-
see it at all.
You don't see it at all? Let me...
I mean, I don't see Mel's either, but I thought you told him not to, so.
I have 21 health.
Oh, hold on. I'm gonna change something real quick.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I set that up.
Okay,
There you
I
go.
can see the bar now.
Okay, do you see numbers?
Nope. But I
Okay.
think that's just roll 20 being roll 20.
I can see everyone's numbers. But that's
You know,
okay.
I've got 23 health. So I'm a pretty healthy boy.
You guys are actually rather close.
Rather juiced.
What were we
can't
doing? I just zoned out. What were we doing?
We were before all the sidetracking, we were talking about my mark that I found. So yeah, you know, he had that air about him, you know. So we follow him around.
Rather suspicious fellow.
We set Mel as the bait, and Bob's your uncle, as they say in Newfoundland somewhere. Yeah.
All right. Look at yourself.
Nick, for the love of God, please tone it down. I hate this voice so much.
I don't know what you mean. I'm just acting like an Aussie would, you know. Gentleman, Bob's your uncle. Wanker.
So basically, you're saying you're stereotyping an entire country.
Well, yeah.
The worst part for you, Ian, is that they would have a blast with him doing this.
I got this stupid American. This is my Frenchman impersonating an American voice. Oui, oui. And I have been,
That's worse.
I have been,
That is
I have been
worse.
muted again. Wow, he really likes to mute me. And by he, I mean Ian, of course. I'm likely still muted even.
Well, I can hear you.
You know, it's
Likely
probably
still
Iggy doing
muted.
it.
You know, while he does have the power, I highly doubt he is.
I'm pretty sure he's on, but
He's done it before.
Not when he's been out of the channel, though.
He has.
I don't think so.
But yes, anyway, I need to get into my disguise now, right?
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
You get all dressed up, then we set you as the bait. Then
She
take it.
Dayu actually gives you a bag of clothing. This will do. It doesn't need to fit properly, just enough to convince people.
Okay. I go into my room and I inspect the clothing that was given to me.
Okay. It's it looks like it's just like a standard cloth dress. Nothing spectacular, not like a summer dress or anything. It's just a regular commoner's dress.
So,
The
so is it long enough for me to hide my tail in?
Yeah.
Okay. That was the important thing.
Mhm.
Okay, I swap clothes and I walk out with the cloak on still.
Alright. She Dayu looks at you and like, this will do. You look like a child. Alright.
You're gonna have to hold on to my spear for me.
She's like, ah. In that case. She takes out a pamphlet, like a piece of paper with a rune mark on it, and wraps it around the handle of your spear, and then takes another one and just put that in your bag somewhere.
I put it in the one place that I know it can never be lost.
Okay. So it's in there. This, if you use the command phrase, will move your weapon to you. Now the command phase hasn't been set. So, is there a specific phrase you would like to use?
I am going to whisper it to you,
Okay.
which means I'm whispering it to Dayu.
Yeah, I know. You
Trying to not keep me in the loop. I would like
Yeah,
to
I
make
know.
a perception check to stay in the loop, though.
Ian, stealth check. Nick, perception check.
There's my perception. Got an 11.
Stealth is a +2. 6. Well, I'm whispering it so that other people don't hear it.
Okay. So,
God damn, I forgot what I was typing now. God damn it, Nick.
alright. 1 minute. I'll give you a minute and you can figure out what you want to do. But you make sure, you kind of look around and make sure that no one's really paying attention. You lean forward and you whisper your command phrase to her. Good.
Rosebud.
I I've sent it.
I noticed. If you want to do it through Roll20, you can whisper the GM.
I know, I just couldn't remember what the actual code for it was.
Okay. Either works. I just wanted to make sure you knew. All right. She nods her head, and then she mutters something, and the paper around your weapon glows for a brief second, and you can tell that is happening also in wherever you hid the thing. So it's like good. This is a one-time use, so don't do it unless you absolutely need to. And we have to set this up. I'm going to be trailing you guys, but the two of you will be the one that will be facing him.
You got it.
Good luck. And wow, my brain decided it was done right there.
But what was the word?
May Mimil guide you.
Okay.
Now the two of you head southwards, and you want to separate.
I will be doing the young kid act and going towards the tree area.
Alright. So I want you to do a DC 10 deception check, Meld, and Genezel, a DC 14 stealth check.
Oh boy. Let's go.
Okay. You guys are doing a good, convincing job. As you pretend to like examine trees and like play around and grab sticks and like just pretending to sword fight or whatever. Actually, you pretend to be using a lance because you know how to use one and you know how to mimic kind of the same thing and make it look like you're trying to use it. A kindly older gentleman comes towards you. And at first he kind of comes forward. I want both of you to make a perception check.
My perception is a 0. 4.
All right, you don't notice him, but as he kind of comes forward, and then you hear like a snapping of a branch as he like walks forward, and you whirl around. And he's right behind you. Good distance away, but it's like, oh, I apologize. I'm sorry. Young miss, are you lost?
A little bit, mister.
Oh dear, oh dear. All right. Let's see. Um, and he kind of he approaches you slightly. Well, it looks like you were practicing for something. What? What were you doing?
I was doing what the jumpy people with the long sticks do.
Deception with advantage.
Okay, and my deception is a 0. Ooh.
Holy!
Oh no.
All right.
Turns out jumpy people with the long sticks is not a good deception.
Jumpy people with long sticks. 1d20. We'll see how stupid he is. Not that stupid. I see. Interesting. Dragoons, I believe is the term. You can tell that he is kind of catching on that something is amiss.
Dragon?
Right.
Hello?
DC 10 deception check. With advantage.
15.
Okay. He's like still kind of like suspicious. And the reason is because it's like, well, the dragoons are kind of known, but although they're kind of like at least in this little area, they're more of like a myth than anything. And the fact that like a little girl would know it, although it's kind of suspicious, he kind of like passes it off as like you might have learned it from like one of the inns, and especially when you realize that you mispronounced dragon. And like, oh, okay, yeah. Uh, oh no, ma'am, young miss, it's a dragoon. Those are fabled warriors known to just to hunt and destroy evil dragons. And as he kind of says that, he's pretending to like he feels it's like he's trying to fakely be like theatrically threatening, like as he was trying to tell you like a story.
Okay, and I respond with the childish uh oh no, it's a big scary dragon. And
And
then
he's like,
I wave the stick towards him.
he chuckles warmly. Oh yes, yes. Oh, I suppose I can play a bit. And get Genazal,
Is this the same man I saw before?
make a perception check
Oh boy.
with advantage. DC 10. It is.
Advantage. Let's go.
It is most definitely the same gentleman.
All right.
And as you kind of pay attention, you notice that he like it is the most definitely the same guy, and he just kind of approaches Meld on occasion, getting a little closer, and then he starts playing with her, sort of going rawr, rawr, and she play fights with him a little bit. Make a deception check again, Meld.
Okay.
DC 10.
Exactly.
Exactly. Cool. As you pretend to use it, you almost fell into an instinctive response to actually use the spear, like the stick, as a lance, but you caught yourself just barely enough. And yeah, no, that's not what I want to do. He doesn't really notice. And as he kind of plays with you for a little bit, he's like, "Oh, oh, you are a fierce adventurer, I see, young man."
Yeah.
So, do you know that there is a place that not a lot of adventurers have gone to?
Really?
No. See, there's a scary place that only the bravest adventurers can go to. But I know how to get there safely.
You
Are you?
do?
Mm-hmm.
I make my eyes like all go glittery and stuff.
You'll like this sense of adventure, somewhere to explore, don't you? He's crouching down near you, and like just kind of like gently whispering to you.
Uh
And he's
huh.
like, I can take you a safe route so you can look at the awesome place. There's a house just past the forest.
What kind of house?
It's a big, big house. It used to be very fancy, but the family decided to leave. Well, I've been scouting it out a little bit, see if it's safe enough, and then I was gonna open it up for uh, the children to be able to run around in. But and I would like to have a kind of pauses, and you can see he's searching for something. If you want to do and he's like, well, if you want to help, I would like a child's perspective of of the house. What you would think of it?
Can I invest? Can I do a roll for what he's looking for?
Sure.
So that would be investigation.
Yeah.
16.
You're obviously you're well aware that he is trying to just get you into the house, and he's just trying really hard to he's using what you could tell wasn't actually a really good old hand and tactic of his of like inspiring children to follow him.
Mm-hmm.
And you are also aware that this is probably how he was able to convince quite a few of the missing children to follow him. And you can tell that if from this that he is actually really well. He knows how to. If it wasn't for the fact that you weren't a child, you can see how easily this would have fooled a few, if like unaware children of this guy.
Hmm.
And you also notice that he's starting to like kind of herding you southwards, just ever so gently.
Got it.
And the intent of like as a child, you are like uh, the f- so you know exactly why he's doing the blah blah, but you can
Mm-hmm.
gather what his quote unquote intention is, and it's basically just the story. The story is pretty easy. It's just like, yeah, a place that you can look at and see how cool it is and like how creepy it is, and you can go run back and tell all the kids.
Mm-hmm.
Genezel, are you gonna do anything?
I'm just gonna stay hidden and follow along.
All right. I need to look something up.
Ooh.
Beep 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 beep.
Ow.
Ba-do, ba-do, ba-do. Okay,
Cha-cha-cha-cha-cha.
cool. The rolls are the same. Cool. Well, he doesn't notice you at all, Genesel.
Mm-hmm.
And he basically is super happy, and he starts to gently direct you, Meld, for southwards, ever so slightly. Oh, come along. It's a little bit more adventure. We can stop by and get some water and food if you wish.
Okay, mister.
And as he heads this way with you, and as he starts going southward, uh, he tries to like distract you and tell you like funny little stories. And actually, let's make a deception check with him. Let's see. I think that is wisdom, but let's double check that. Skill index. Thank you. Charisma. Okay. I should have known that. And then okay. He rather convincingly starts talking about like how he's like, oh, I'm a like I love children, and it's and like and he basically sits down, as he's walking with you. He asks you like what you want to do when you grow up, how fantastic like what do you look forward to do today aside from like visiting this super awesome house. As he heads downwards. And he you can, if it wasn't for the fact that you know he's leading you to something, you would have easily been convinced that he's just an older gentleman that actually just likes hanging like likes to dote on children.
You said that he was reaching for something before, right? And I got a what was my investigation on that? It was a 10. Oh, wait. No, it was a 16.
Yeah, that was he reaching? I don't think he was
You,
reaching.
you said he was reaching into his cloak for something.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. He
Did I?
pulls out like he pulled out. So basically, he didn't like pull out anything like dangerous or anything. He actually pulled out like a like some like a section of bread that he like breaks off for you and gives you. It's nice and warm. It's like I just got this from the bakery uh, up north. Fantastic little area. You should visit there. It's really good food. A lot of interesting dishes.
I'm not going to eat the bread. I'm just going to hold on to it. Like, I'm just going to be walking around with it in my hand. Because I'm just like, I'm quote unquote enamored by his talking.
Make a deception check. DC is 10, by the way.
Advantage or no?
No.
17.
Okay, yeah, no, he's totally convinced that you're just super enamored into what he's talking about.
Yeah, because more than likely the bread is drugged.
You actually know it's not.
Bread isn't drugged?
Bread is not drugged. The what it is basically. Yeah, it's just regular bread. That's like that he got from the bakery, as you said. The thing is, like, you could tell that he was kind of reaching for something, thinking of reaching for something else, but decided ultimately just not to push it, especially still relatively close uh to a lot of danger.
Okay, because I figured he was either reaching for chloroform or the bread was drugged.
Nope. Why would he risk it causing a commotion?
Or the biscuit.
You can't risk it for the biscuit right now.
As we're walking, can I listen to, like, is he wearing a cloak or anything or what?
He's
Just
wearing like a traveler's cloak. Like that's just big enough that it's starting to it actually kind of hides his like just hides what he's wearing underneath. If you want to see if you can like get a glimpse in, go ahead.
I want to hear for stuff. Like, I want to hear what's in his coat.
Okay.
So that's
Perception check.
perception. Slash
Yep.
roll d20. 1. I have no idea what I have no idea what he's carrying by sound.
There we go. This should be a little bit more appropriate. As he kind of heads you downwards. Yeah, you don't hear anything anything that he's carrying in his.
I just hear shuffling of his coat and the
Yep.
fabric.
And as he talks, make one more perception check.
7.
As
Like
he
right
gets near the forest, he attempts to pull something out. You didn't catch it at first. And if it wasn't for the fact that he was doing a weird movement, you wouldn't have noticed. As he's like basically you're right next to him, and he basically does like a fainting move, and as he pulls something out of his pocket, and as you get roughly around this area, you catch it just like a slight glint of a knife as he tries to put it towards puts it towards your throat. Make a dexterity saving throw, I would say.
Question, is he putting it up to my throat as an attack or as a...
As to hold you hostage.
Okay. I'll do the dex. Is it check or save?
Should be Let's do a dexterity check. Saving throw. He's not trying to hurt you.
So dex save, okay.
So just yeah. You caught wind of it. It slides out of there, and you almost were able to get out of the way, but he just maneuvered himself just the right way to keep like he like in a very almost unnatural way. He brings it to your throat, and before you know it, he's behind you, and he's kind of escorting you And let's see if he's good at a deception check. No. Does anyone else notice? No, they're super busy with everything else. Genezel,
Mm-hmm.
perception check as you as he basically he kind of leans forward towards you. He's like, well, we're going into there, and we're going to there now. You just stay quiet. Everything will be fine, my dear. As he leads you further and just kind of try to keep you quiet. You, Genezel, notice that there is an actual like knife at Mel's throat, and
Mm-hmm.
he's slowly but surely leading her. But like you could see what he's trying to like a normal person. It looks like he's just kind of like hugging her and regaling her with a story. But you can easily see that he's just holding like holding the knife to her throat, and as he's like waving with his arms in regalement to you, uh, Meld, you felt a tugging sensation on your wrist as the bracelet was slipped away as he pulls it off. So, interesting, a little bit of magic there. He's going to lead you over here.
I'm gonna continue playing the part.
And
Make-
I will continue tracking.
You okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Nick, you okay?
I said I'll just
Okay.
continue tracking.
Okay.
Yeah.
I heard crap, so I was like, oh, okay, I'll wait
Oh,
until see what's going on.
Okay. No, I'm just gonna maintain distance and keep up until basically till code word is said.
Alright, wrong person. Wrong person. Sorry. And he, as he leads you, it's like, we really do need you. You will be a fantastic adventurer soon.
I continue playing the part and just following him.
Mhm.
I am also obviously keeping my guard up for if he tries something else.
Yeah. Now, into the forest. Come.
And I follow him.
Alright. Giselle, you might want to get closer. Make a perception check. Okay. You're rolling really good.
Yeah, don't say that.
So, you notice that he's waving like he's doing hand motions, and you recognize that as a semantic component of a spell.
Can I hear it?
You can hear him muttering to himself, and you were able to glance up and you see that he's doing something.
Can I make an Arcana check to see what
Yep.
spell, or is that too far outside of a?
No, you can do that.
Okay.
I just gotta pull up the spell.
Okay, never mind. I don't know what he's casting. Could be anything.
Well, since I can hear that he's doing something,
Roll with advantage.
All right. Up to 13.
Meld, roll for advantage on Arcana.
got it. What is my Arcana? Is a +1.
Okay.
19.
Alright. Now the fun part. Alright. Not that one.
I'm legitimately getting a bit anxious.
You're doing
Oh.
really well at playing a creep.
Good.
You're supposed to add, I think.
No. I know.
No, that's a compliments to me for actually playing a thing that I'm uncomfortable with.
But yeah, I rolled a 19 on the Arcana check.
Alright. The reason why I'm doing a pause is legitimately because I have to find the fucking spell.
I'm assuming it's sleep.
But will he roll high enough? And will he then be surprised at the fortitude of a child to resist it?
Yeah.
I got a 20 on this. Why isn't this child asleep?
Alright. The spell sends a creature to a magical slumber. Roll 5d8. You also noticed he had like in the hand that he's waving around, he has like a few rose petals, and that was like the cue that oh shit, he's gonna put me to sleep.
And so, now can I take an action?
Yes.
Does the spell resolve first, or?
Hold on. Let me see. One action. Uh, 1 minute. Let's see. This spell sends a creature into his magical slumber. Roll 5d8. The total is how much hit points of a creature this spell can affect. The creature within 20 feet of this point of your choice choose within the range is affected in a ascending order of their current hit points, ignoring unconscious creatures, starting with the creature with the lowest current hit points. Each creature affected. So basically, he's gonna do like it's like a bastardized version of it.
So a weaker version?
Yeah,
And what was the roll for it? 5d8?
I gotta roll 5d8. The total is how many hit points?
So that's a maximum of 40 with a minimum of 8. No, wait.
5.
No, maximum of 40, minimum of 5. And since I have 21 HP, this is literally a 50-50 roll.
So I roll.
Oh boy, oh boy.
So I don't get to do an action first? Okay.
Well, no, I'm just rolling just in case. Okay.
I mean, he
Okay.
did catch you by surprise. I don't think you have
Well,
any.
He didn't.
I want you to try. So roll a. Let's see. I don't think I'm going to use sleep because it's just way too fucking complicated at the moment.
What?
All right, so
It's-
basically, I'm going to read the full thing out. Okay.
I mean, sleep is pretty simple. You just 20 feet. That's like
Yeah, and then you got to, and then so
Like,
22 hit
to
points.
there, and then you roll the 5d8 if it exceeds his HP, or if it matches or exceeds his HP, he falls asleep.
Yeah.
Right?
So.
Yeah.
You have one more chance. You have a chance. Actually. Yeah. Okay. So roll a. What would be? What would it be for a
Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, do a con save.
Okay, that's a +1. 10.
And his technical stats for that would be. Okay. You're really, really drowsy, and you kind of just slump, but not fully fall asleep. But he can kind of gently start moving you. Genezel, are you gonna do anything?
Just gonna keep following along till I hear the code word.
All right. And as he kind of takes your stumbling form over towards here, you may make a strength saving throw.
Okay, a saving throw, and that would be that. 8.
You kind of feebly try to resist his jostling, and as he takes you into the forest, you can like vaguely see that it's rather
Foggy.
it's really foggy, and you can tell that people can easily get lost in this. And especially you at the moment, because you're just kind of drowsy, as he kind of like gently drags you in.
Am I still holding my stick?
Yes. He didn't drop it.
Is it dragging on the floor?
You can have it drag on the floor if you want to.
You got it.
Make a deception check.
Would it be at advantage since I'm like legitimately like falling asleep or whatever?
Sure.
Okay, so that's deception, which is a 0. Okay.
Okay.
17.
He doesn't really realize what you're doing with the stick. He just kind of figures it's just too heavy, and you're just kind of dragging it and keeping it with him, with you. And he's like, "That's a bit easier than usual." As he drags you into the forest. So
Do I make a perception check to see if I recognize that the line is being
yeah,
dragged?
with advantage, because you've been paying attention, and you know this, to this entire thing.
All right.
Oh yeah, you definitely fucking follow it.
Mm-hmm. So I stay far enough back so that way they're at like the edge of my vision, and I just follow the line on the ground.
Mm-hmm. Welcome to the forest, the hunting grounds.
The old hunting grounds.
Mm.
This is going to be a bit more narrative.
What secrets lie beyond the forest?
I'm going to drag you all the way to the launching pad screen because I just don't really have an actual forest, unfortunately, because I had another idea how you would do it. But this is very interesting. So,
I'm playing the scared little kid pretty well.
yeah, I mean, I'm happy that I have gotten the character that was actually legitimately kind of unnerving, even if it is something that is very, very uncomfortable for me.
But I knew the knockout thing was going to be coming in some way or another.
How does he stop them from screaming?
By having them fall asleep. I
Yeah.
just assumed it would either be through chloroform or drugged food.
So it will. I want you to make another con saving throw. Ian, Mel.
14. It's better than my previous 10.
Yeah. As he kind of starts dragging you into the forest. Like the drowsiness, slowly evaporates over time. Uh, no, after like 30 seconds, it only lasts like the spell only lasts for a minute. And he kind of, for him, he thought what happened was that he's just like, he's not really a large, like a major practitioner of magic. So he's like, well, it's just the only reason why she's just drowsy is just because I just kind of suck at magic, and I'm just happy that she isn't screaming. And if she does start tries to, and something that you kind of gleaned in is that he could just put you just can just put enough pressure to stop you from making noise on your neck.
So yeah, I keep playing the part.
Mhm. As you start out, he starts you on like a winding, crowded path. Like snakes around and twists and does a like almost like twists on itself slightly. Genizil, make a perception check to be able to keep up with him.
I mean,
Don't
I
forget.
have the line on the ground, right?
Yep, he still
Yeah,
has.
you do. Okay, you were able to still follow that. He's going to make a perception check actually.
It'll be hard to see with all this fog, though.
I know. That's just why he's rolling the with a disadvantage.
-20.
So he he is caught on the fact that you are that the spell has actually stopped working on you, and he's just keeping an eye on it. He hasn't really paid attention to what you're doing with the stick because to him, he's won. He has legitimately grabbed what he needed and is able to get out without a fuss. And no one hasn't like made any commotions or anything yet. And he just wants to quickly get to the house as soon as possible. Hmm.
Continue playing the part.
Okay. As he snakes about, you want to make a perception check?
Sure. 1.
You don't really notice a lot.
I'm still drowsy.
You were able to like basically get most of the drowsiness off, but you're still kind of foggy in the mind. And as he continues onwards, you can hear just like overall just. And one of the things you did notice is like there's not a lot of sunlight here. it's just like almost a perpetual thing of mist on the ground, and like the sunlight is just like being devoured through the trees.
Hmm.
Not in the same way as like warpstone, but more along the lines like just the sunlight won't just penetrate here, and it looks almost perpetually nighttime.
Hmm.
And to the point where you can hear actual nocturnal animals meandering about as he kind of drags you on the path, and after a little bit longer, he actually drags you off of the path, and you head what looks like not a really well kept side path. And you can hear things shuffling and shifting in the forest as Genezel continues to diligently follow your line. He drags you and then like pulls you over a fair he gets up to a fallen tree and goes, "Easy does it," and like gently grabs you to like pull you on top of the tree, and he tries to clamber up. You want to do something?
Can I see anything?
You kind of glance around on top of this tree stump, and you notice uh like there's a bunch of like just eyes. Like you see like a couple like fluorescent eyes looking at you, and a couple things kind of scuffer about. But there's just like this general sense of like and like the area just feels like it's a like the actual location just gives an emanation of like basically an aura of aggression.
Hmm. I'm going to do nothing and continue playing the part.
And as he climbs up the and like as he climbs up there, he goes, "I always hate this. Just in case, though." And he takes you, and he actually continues you on the fallen tree, and you just follow him as he takes you over like a small crevasse. And as he's walking through the crevasse, he kind of glances at you and says, "Drop the stick."
I stop walking and drop the stick.
Good girl. We're almost there. No, don't worry.
Can I see the building from here?
You were able to glance. You glance up and you can see You can see something. Like it's a like above the trees, just like or like through the trees, you can just see like the roof of something, like of a building, and it's a fairly large house. You can you can obviously see that it was like a former manor house. This is definitely like a rich family's old house.
Roughly, how far back is Zell?
Good question. How far are
Um,
you?
I said earlier that I wanted them on the edge of my sight while
Mhm.
still following the line on the ground.
Okay. So yeah, he's gonna take you past the tree, and he starts taking you another through. Like abruptly takes you like left of the stump after dropping, getting you off, and you head over a little bit more, and the road just snakes about a little bit more, and before you know it, you are just kind of you don't know what direction you are, and like as you get further closer to the house, there's a sense of utter wrongness
Other
about
whatness?
wrongness. So it just like the forest is just unnatural to some degree. Like something altered it, something changed it. And make a perception check.
1.
You don't notice anything. You poor bastard. You don't notice anything odd about like the foliage aside from like it looks like just intimidating and like warped to some degree. A couple of like the branches look like they're actually reaching out and trying to scratch and like strangle something. Like it's trying to reach for things here and there, and like they don't have any. Especially as you get further in, the trees are less covered in leaves and more dead. There we
far-
are.
How far away from the house are we?
Not that. Not
Like I,
I
assu-
would.
like I assume there's a front gate and then the courtyard in that.
Yeah, we are actually reaching the front gate.
So, since the stick is dropped on the ground, do I have to make a perception check to be able to keep up? Now that
Yes,
I'm just...
you knew that.
Well,
For-
technically, he should be able to see
Oh.
the house because where I dropped the stick is where I could see the house too, right?
I thought that he went into
Yep.
the trees after you dropped the stick.
Mm-hmm. He's actually going to take you to a side
Yeah.
entrance. So
So, do I need a perception check to keep up then?
yeah.
Okay. I see you. I got you.
You do. That was a DC 14, by the way.
Mm.
And so I
So
just keep following along.
Mm-hmm. And basically, you got sight of the actual gate, the main gate of the house. I got snacks, so that's why I'm munching.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, okay. So like the front, you see the front gate, and you immediately you're like, oh, he's gonna take me through the front gate, but he actually he takes you a little further, like westward, and through like a other gate, and it's like, oh, can't use the front gate, not yet. Our leader doesn't want us to. He's not even really talking to you. He's talking to himself, and he's kind of grumpy about it. Hi, Cap. And as he like opens the gate and you have a chance to possibly break free if you wish to. He's distracted and he's trying to open the gate. Do you wish to?
I'm gonna ask him in my kid voice. Is this where all the other kids are?
He pauses for a second, looks down at you. And he gives you his best. Well, let me see actually. He tries to give you his best, like, friendliest voice or like a smile he can ever do, but you can just see right through, and it's just like a fake smile plastered on his face. Ah, yes, quite a few of the children. You'll meet
Thanks.
them.
That's what I needed to know. I'm rolling intimidation now.
Okay.
My composure is now completely different now.
As he was about to continue to talk, his eyes widen as he realizes that the posture and everything changes, and he's like,
He's getting punched in the face now.
strength.
Yep, that is a d20 plus my strength modifier, which is a 2.
You want to do a strength saving throw because he still has you at knife point.
Saving throw? Sure, I'll do the
It's
saving.
it should be your strength modifier plus your proficiency if you're proficient with it.
Yeah, that's a +4.
I'm gonna be up way fucking late tonight. How
Oh
did
wait,
fuck?
wait, I wasn't restricted because he was filling.
He was carrying you, yeah.
No, he wasn't
Or
carrying me.
he stopped carrying you, then he let you down so that way you could just walk.
Yeah.
Plus,
I've
with him
been-
fiddling with it, I think he.
Haven't I
Okay.
been walking this whole time?
Advantage. Roll for advantage.
22.
Okay.
So yeah, I punch him in the face.
Hmm. Let me see. I mean, I'm pretty sure you actually punched him in the face, and he actually hit him. But I need to see his health. Boop. Okay. Doing an arm strike.
Slash roll. And let's see. Combat. Unarmed. No. What is unarmed? Is it
1d4.
so 1d4 and then plus my physical damage, which is a +2?
Yeah, it should be your strength modifier.
Uh-huh.
Ah, pretty decent.
Was that a cat?
I do have a cat here, but that wasn't a cat. Say hello. That's her saying hello because she's rubbing against the mic. She knows I'm eating and stuff, so she wants to hang out.
Mm-hmm. Eating your cat. Nice, nice.
Oh yeah, of course.
And there goes the surprise round of combat.
So he staggers it backwards. His eyes kind of widen, and he's kind of bleeding. But you can tell that he's not really a fighter. You. And his face twists in rage. You tricked me.
Well, you tricked who knows how many kids, so I think it was justified.
And he pulls out. Okay. You're going back to the forest. Boop, 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 boop. Meow. We're going back to the south thing. I do have his token somewhere, don't I?
Right here
Yes,
at the
I do.
bottom.
Well, no, his actual token. That was just to disguise him.
Oh.
And layer, and then I'll drag him over towards you guys. And you said, oh, I'm on the layer. Nope. Boop, boop, and -3. All right, and let me change the music.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Boop. As he kind of staggers back, he pulls out a scimitar. And then roll for initiative.
Just waiting over here. Waiting.
Ah.
I'm just over here, waiting for the code word. Eventually it'll come.
Oh, I have a +2 to my initiative. So that's 6.
Okay. Cool.
Eventually I'll hear about something. Then I'll join the fight.
Yep. $14. All right. This is really gentle battle music, by the way.
What's it called?
It is actually battle music. Let me see.
It should have a name, though.
Yeah, D&D Saltmarsh battle music. From the Ghost of Saltmarsh.
Hmm.
Which, funnily enough, doesn't have a lot of ghosts. That's a piratey adventure, basically.
Ah.
Ish. Alright. So, he's gonna go first. And that means actually, I'm gonna double check if I can change that. Yes, screw it. This is going to be very harsh because I'm gonna go for whatever it gives me. It's not gonna be advantage though, so
Okay.
Fuck him up.
5
So I take
doesn't
5.
hit you.
Oh, it missed? Okay.
I missed. Barely. Oh, it could have
Yeah.
hit you with 18, but
You're not going to move the guy closer to me since he had to hit me?
oh no, he is closer to you.
He's got 15 feet of range.
He would, but he doesn't have his weapon. Not yet.
Just wait.
It is now my turn.
Alright. It's your turn.
I'm going to pull out an object from my blouse,
Mm-hmm.
which happens to be a piece of paper.
Mm-hmm. Ah, that's where you hit it.
Uh-huh. Come to me, My spear of justice.
As you say that, the page glows, and immediately it like burns up in a like almost like holy light, just basically just disintegrates it down. And as the last of it disappears, and you hold your breath, hoping to God nothing went wrong, your spear drops like just a couple inches, and you were quickly able to grab it. His eyes kind of widen as he realizes that you have, and I think that is your turn.
I'm going to use my bonus action to jump.
As you hurl up.
I jump back 15 feet. So right there, then that would give me... Yep, okay. Actually, no, I can just jump back 10 feet. So I would be there.
Mm-hmm.
And then he has disadvantage on a reaction on me.
He's going to try to do it anyways.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
He misses completely. Actually, I'm going to see if I can alter that.
Now, Zell, would you consider that the code word?
It's got to be the code word, because otherwise you won't mean the fight, and that means I might kill him. It's got to be very clear.
Oh,
And
you don't
I'm
need him
assuming that
alive.
we're just talking to each other right now. It's got to be very clear. All right, you got to say the code word. Otherwise, I don't know if you actually want me to.
His
get
eyes
in a fight.
actually, as you guys talk, he's like, his eyes bug out as he realizes there's someone else there.
Oh yeah,
He was
hello,
not that perceptive, by the way.
hello. How you doing? I'm just here watching.
I was talking out of character, by the way.
Oh, okay.
So, what is the code word?
I don't know. I was never told a code word.
What? You did?
You're
Oh.
talking about the command phrase.
Yeah.
I just did.
I just said the command phrase to summon my weapon.
Oh, you did.
You
Ada.
rolled poorly on that
Hey,
perception check there.
Ada.
in real
How you
life.
doing? My name's Hazel.
Make an attack if you want to.
Yeah. No, I'll just
We have
walk up.
a surprise round for you.
Boy. Boop. It's a crit.
His eyes widen. What?
You killed him instantly.
Hang on, fucking.
Yep.
Slash R, 2d4. It's 15 damage.
Yeah.
Or 13, but.
Oh no, he's dead. No, you didn't even have to add more damage.
He
had 6 health.
He kinda died. A little bit.
Yeah, he basically, you kind of pop out.
I should have just punched him again.
I mean, yeah.
He, yeah, basically, if he hit you, you could have done a decent amount of damage.
I thought he was gonna have about like 10 HP.
Yeah, he looked a lot stronger than he
He actually has 9 HP, but you hit him for 3 damage.
But yeah, good thing I got the spear out because the second punch wouldn't have knocked him out. Unless I like completely high rolled it.
So
as he is still focused on you and trying to kind of figure out what to do with you, Genezel pops out from underneath it, behind a tree, and just goes, "Hi!" and as he turns around to stare at you, And his eyes just bulge out, and his mouth kind of slackjaws for a second. You just stab him through the chest, and he just freezes for a second, grasping at your sword as if to desperately try to like remove it. He kind of struggles and then slumps over, dead, and he's just hanging there on your sword. And I think that will be it.
And now we get EXP for one cultist.
And that's how you make sashimi.
Congratulations! You have earned 25 XP, the both of you.
Oh, yeah.
Neat.
They're obviously not that powerful.
Uh-huh.
But I mean, that was a tough fight. Almost had to use my other hand.
It would have been neat if I knocked him out in the one punch.
It would have been neat.
Like, you just died?
One Punch Man?
No,
Punch!
more like, it's kind of worthless. Well, whatever. Let's go save them kids.
As you pull out this sword and let the body fall to the ground, and you look forward and you see the house. It's a haunting sight. You can tell it was originally a mansion. And something's wrong with it. And as you approach it, you see ghost-like apparitions, small ones, appear just briefly,
I'm trying to
tilt
find
their heads.
I'm trying to find a good ominous picture that represents like us right now. How big of a mansion is it? It's pretty big, right?
Oh, look. It's a pretty decently large mansion.
Wait, question. Do you remember that what is it? Where is it? It's here somewhere. Here it is, Procgen. That is.
I actually am curbing something else. I cribbed something from one of the adventure paths, or not adventure paths, but one of the adventures from D&D, and we're gonna use that because I was like, you know what? I haven't really done a lot of dark fantasy with you guys actually, so I went for a rather remember like a rather remarkable house, like for the introductory dungeon for one of the dark fantasy settings.
You mean Castle of Strahd or Curse of Strahd?
That's the setting. Not the castle though.
It's the. Are you talking about the tutorial house that is
Yep.
literally called the Murder House?
Mm-hmm.
I remember hearing that thing is incredibly unbalanced.
Yep. Guess what I'm doing?
You're doing not the motor house.
And we're going to fucking tune that shit.
Yeah.
I know
But-
XP to level 3 did his own version of it, I think.
Yeah. And he was actually rather irritated with it because it was actually it's really stupid highly tuned. Like one of the first like actual like technical like big monsters that you fight. Let me see if I can. Is a
Champion
phantom.
Mound. Yeah, and they're like
They're stupid. they're
like-
stupid over.
They like instantly kill you, or they just permanently lower one of your stats.
Yeah. Phantom 5. Let's see. Melee attack hits, reaches 5 feet. One target hits 17 necrotic damage. Chilling moan. The phantom emits an airy moan. Each creature within 30 feet of it that is an undead or a construct must make a DC 13 Wisdom saving throw. On a failure, the target takes 9 2d8 cold damage and is frightened until the end of the phantom's turn.
And for a level 1 party, you're dead instantly.
Oh, there's that version, but it's not the same one. Let's see. Monster Manual 5e. But yeah. It's stupid powerful, so I'm having to.
And they're resistant to non-magical attacks, so yeah.
Yeah, which is also something that I'm like, this is reminding me of a bunch of stuff. I'm like,
And there's like 9 in this house, I think.
not 9.
There's a lot in this house.
There's a lot of things. There's
It's
a couple of ghouls.
It might be 6.
You're thinking of the dark apparitions that appear if you do something.
I just know that this house is a lot harder than it should be for a level 1 party.
Yeah. Let's see. By the way, we're done for now because I gotta retool this shit and get the things and what have you.
I'll use XP to level 3 to help fix it up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I gotta fine tune it a bit more than that though because
Yeah.
there's 2 of you.
And it's still too powerful for a level 2 party.
Yeah.
Well, that was fun.
Yeah. I'm gonna stop the musics.
Mm-hmm. Thank you all for watching. Still Bye.